In some of the previous videos, we discussed the assault that's going to be taking place on cryptocurrency in the coming days, months, and years. But I didn't think that it was going to be elevated so quickly. Yes, they are now coming after decentralized finance, DeFi, in a way that really shows their ignorance in the situation at hand. We're going to be going over some things in this video, specifically an article that shows that, they're trying to turn DeFi into Cefi. They're trying to turn decentralized finance into centralized finance. And I don't really, look, I know a lot of you guys out there, you think that just because you believe you change the definition of something, that it changes that something. That is not correct. You can't just say, well, you know what, let's run DeFi, but let's run it like a centralized finance. It doesn't work, man. Let's discuss what they're doing next to take on the cryptocurrency market and the fact that you just can't make up new definitions as you go along. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2023 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Now, look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks in crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and a $1 crypto trade is going to get you $5 in free crypto. If you guys want crypto exclusive exchanges where you can buy, sell, trade, short, leverage, all that good stuff, you get KuCoin and Binance down there. Now, KuCoin and Binance, they offer rewards for the more active traders. So the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. But please be aware, if you guys are holding on those exchanges, it's going to be considered a loan to those exchanges. So if you want to mitigate the risk of holding on a centralized exchange and make it your asset, you need to hold on a cold storage or DeFi wallet. Guys, look, if it acts like DeFi, if it walks like DeFi, if it says it's DeFi, well, it's probably DeFi. Unless, of course, you live in the European Union. They are the ones that are first coming after decentralized finance, and I can guarantee you the United States follows. Look, I can't wake up tomorrow. If I'm a DeFi system, I can't wake up tomorrow and pretend to be a centralized finance system. It doesn't work that way in life, and it certainly doesn't work that way in finance. But this headline here by the CoinDesk says that DeFi could be forced to incorporate and certify, the French central bank says. Now, first and foremost, the French, probably good people. The French central bank, clearly ignorant on the situation. Let's just use Bitcoin, for example. Who is, am I going to incorporate? Am I going to take ownership of Bitcoin? Do I say that I own Bitcoin and I can incorporate it now? Who is going to step forward? Does Bitcoin step forward? And I understand that the French might not speak English, so if anybody wants to translate this in the comments, go ahead. But does Bitcoin step forward and regulate as a centralized financial system, even though it's a decentralized? Like, who at that point owns DeFi? This is a very basic question, and I ask it so sarcastically because it can't be answered. Yet, they're still writing this. This is the central bank in France. And the European Union is going to follow. The Bank of England is going to follow. The United States is going to follow. And it's a laughable matter because these guys are truly, I mean, you know, you get caught with your pants down. These guys are literally getting caught with their brains not working. It's strange to me. So let's read through. It's a very short article. Projects in decentralized finance, or DeFi, could be forced to incorporate or prove that they meet governance and security norms, a report by the French central bank said, as regulators seek to extend planned crypto laws to cover more kinds of blockchain-based structures. They obviously don't know what DeFi is. You cannot incorporate a decentralized finance project. It just does not make sense. Policymakers are now focusing on financial services that lack an intermediary. Well, if there's no intermediary, how does It's basically software programs that allow individuals to borrow and lend without a bank. I've never seen a software sign for itself. I believe that the French authorities in these central banks across the globe believe that we are so far along with artificial intelligence that now not only can it think for itself, it can take responsibility for itself as well. And it can sign. You can see what I'm saying here? Like, this doesn't make any sense. So now the software is going to sign and make sure that it follows the rules of a centralized authority here. Last week, the U.S. Treasury Department called for tougher money laundering controls, warning that DeFi is only being used to raise illicit funds for North Korea. Sometimes I read this stuff and I honestly don't know if the people that write it, I really don't know what their thought process is. I really don't. The regulation of disintermediated finance cannot simply replicate the systems that currently govern traditional finance, said a consultation paper by the ACPR, the arm of the French central bank that supervises banks and insurers. The consultation period during which the ACPR asks for opinions on a proposal is open until May 19th. Okay, well, if they're asking for opinions, this is before May 19th, just try again. That's my opinion. Just try again. I don't know if you have to just try again. You got to start all the way over. The ACP, you guys have to start all the way over. That's my opinion. As one option, players exercising effective control over sensitive services should be required to incorporate becoming subject to supervision. Add to the paper, which also proposes to strengthen the security of smart contracts using a certification mechanism covering code and security governance. Players exercising effective controls over sensitive services. Now, let's differentiate here for 1 second, okay? And we're going to end it with this. In a truly decentralized ecosystem, something similar to Bitcoin, okay? There is no owner. There's no governor. There's nobody. There's no player exercising effective control over sensitive services. Nobody. You know, you look at these other projects, and there might be. Okay, if you're looking at some of these other projects that are built on Ethereum, these tokens that have creators that do pre-sales and do all of that stuff, yes. I can argue that there is some centralization in projects and tokens and contracts that, you know, have that pre-sale and have that idea, well, we're going to build this out and build value. I understand that that can be litigated, and I understand that that can go both directions. But you can't call that DeFi. You can't call that decentralized finance if there's a centralized authority or someone affecting control over the situation. That's centralized finance. You know, like I said at the beginning of this video, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, whatever, tastes like a duck, it's probably a duck. Well, if it acts like Cefi and walks like Cefi and it can be controlled like Cefi, centralized finance. The opposite is just so untrue for decentralized finance that it shows how naive they are to even come up with statements like this. Guys, crypto is going to be tested. If by anything, the ignorance of those that are currently in charge, it will be tested, but it can't be shut down. And that's what makes it beautiful. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Cryptocurrency, does it have a future, or are they going to destroy it? Let me know what you think, and of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got Claybro883 everywhere. 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin, and Binance, free Discord. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.